that is already done in module 1 to 3, because your syllabus for exams would be module 1 to 3. So if any one of you want to revise any topic, we can discuss that topic. So any problem, any issue in any topic that is not clear to you, or you want it to be repeated again over here? Transitive closure. Okay, I'll discuss transitive closure. Anything else? Okay, let's finish previous lecture, then we'll discuss transitive closure. Okay, I'll share my screen. We'll start from where we had left off in the last class. So, oh, okay. So we had discussed this in the last class. This is part of module 4, so this will not be coming in your exams. Yes, first semi group was discussed. So I'm going to tell you about group. Okay. So group is nothing. It's just a algebraic structure with a few properties, operations, uh, associativity, identity, and inverse. So what is associativity? We have discussed. What is identity? So an element is called if there exists an element E such that if you multiply the identity element with any number or any uh, of that set, any element of that set, then it is called, it will give you the same element. For example, if you multiply any number and natural numbers by 1, you will get the same number. So 1 is the identity element for over multiplication for the set of natural numbers. Okay. Uh, Similarly, G3, third property is existence of inverse. So inverse means if you multiply any element with its inverse, what you will get is you will get an identity element. For example, set of integers. So this is, yes, Z plus is a group. Yes, it's a group. Why? Because it satisfies the above three properties. That is at associativity, existence of identity, and inverse. So first is associativity. So you have to check addition is associative, that is true. Then identity, if you add 0 in any element, you will get the same element. And inverse is also there, right? So if you add 1 with -1, you will get 0. That is identity element you will get. So inverse do exist for all the elements. Hence, Z plus is a group. Okay. Similarly, abelian group. So only one addition is there. If first you have to check whether it's a group, and secondly you have to check whether it's a commutative group or not. So along with the previous property, that is associativity, identity, inverse, as well as commutativity. Also implicit is that closure property. Property should be there. Okay. Then you have finite group, infinite group with finite and infinite number of elements. Then order of finite group. So order of a finite group is the number of distinct element in G. So the order of G denoted by OG, that is basically cardinality. For example, here cardinality is 2. Now you have to check whether this is abelian group or not. So you will check what? First of all, closure, then associativity, then identity, then inverse, and then commutativity. So these 5 properties you have to check. Okay. So associativity, yes. Then identity, then inverse. You have to check all these, whether these are present or not, and then you can say it's an abelian group. Similarly, set of all non-zero real numbers is a group with respect to multiplication. So you have to check all these properties, associativity, identity. So yes, one is identity element, then a into 1 by a will give you 1, that is identity. So inverse also exists, hence this is also a abelian group. For abelian you need to check commutativity also. Okay, so if a dot b, if you multiply two numbers 1 into 2 and 2 into 1, so that is also commutative. Similarly, real numbers with respect to multiplication. So R is not a group. Why? Because multiplicative inverse of 0 doesn't exist. If you multiply 0 with 0 inverse, that is 0 into 1 by 0, you will not get what? Identity element. Identity element with respect to multiplication is 1. If you multiply any number with 1, you will get the same number, right? So 1 is identity element. Now, if you multiply 0 with inverse of 0, you will not get 1. Okay, hence multiplicative inverse doesn't exist. Hence, set of real numbers is not a group with respect to multiplication. This thing is clear to everyone? Clear to? Okay. Online students, this is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Similarly, another example, you have to check whether it's a abelian group or not. Okay, now first property. In a group, prove that identity element is unique. You have to prove whether identity element is unique or not. Now let's suppose it is not unique. Okay, so let's suppose if you multiply two inverses, you will get some E1, which is first identity element, and then you multiply two numbers, you will get E2, which is second identity element. And so because E1 and E2, if you have a look at left hand side, if you multiply these two, uh, if you multiply 1 into 2 and then you will multiply 2 into 1, you will get the same answer, right? That means E1 is equals to E2. So right hand side E1 is equals to E2 because left hand side is equal. Okay, hence identity element is unique. Always you will get only one identity element in a group. Okay, similarly you have to prove that what's the process for uh, inverse. Prove that inverse of any element is unique. Then every element of a group is its own inverse. You have to also then show that the group must be abelian, that is it is commutative. So similarly you will prove it. Now modulo m. Modulo m means reminder. So if you remainder, if suppose you multiply 2 into 3, so you will get 6, and you divide it by 5, you will get 1. Okay, so you are dividing it by 5, so I will say modulo 5. Any number, any multiplication of any two numbers, then modulo m. M is the number from which we are dividing. Okay, and the we are final answer is our remainder. Okay, now addition modulo m. Similarly, multiplication modulo m. If you multiply two numbers, you will get something. So after adding also, if addition modulo m is suppose 2 plus 3, and I'm taking mode of 2. So 5 mode 2 is 1. Okay, so that is addition modulo m. Then similarly multiplication modulo m. Now example, the set is given to you and you have to prove whether it's an abelian group or not with respect to addition modulo 5. Now similarly, now left hand side, look at the matrix at the left hand side. So this matrix is nothing. Check out the first cell over here. So 0 plus 0 is 0, right? 0 plus 1 is 1. Uh, Suppose I add 4 and 4. So 4 plus 4 is 8, and I'm doing modulo 5. So 8 mod 5 is 3. Reminder is 3. So check out at the last cell. Okay, so this is how all the values you have noted down. Now what you will check is whether it's associative or not, whether identity exists or not. So if you add 0 in either of the numbers, you will get the same number. So yes, identity exists. Similarly, you will check whether inverse exists or not. So 3 and 2 should be equal to 2 and 3. If that is true, yes, that is true. That means it is inverse also exists. Okay. Similarly, you have to check commutativity, and you have to show that it is an abelian group. Clear? This is simple. Then similarly for multiplication, exactly same procedure. So that's all for today. We have discussed the smaller part, that is group. In next lecture, we'll discuss with subgroup and cosets. Okay. So any doubt in anything that was discussed today? Then we'll discuss the transitive closure. Now I'm opening up a slide for revising transitive closure. Okay. So yes, okay. So when we talk about transitive closure, uh, informal definition says if AB exists and BC exists, AC should also exist. Okay. Now see this example over here. Now 1 to 2, 2 to 3 exist. So 1 to 3 should exist, right? Then 2 to 3 and 3 to 4 exist. So 2 to 4 should exist, right? So there are 2 to 4 should exist. Now in transitive closure, there should be one, what can we say, arrow from 2 to 4. Okay. Now after you find this, after you add this edge, what will you get is 1 to 2 and 2 to 4. Again, this will a repetitive process. So you need to add 1 to 4, right? So this is what a transitive closure is. You need to repeat uh, addition of edges multiple times, right? So they are showing this. Now you can see over here 1 to 4 is also added. Now after this you will again check whether this is exist or not. If this exists, you will find it. You will find the. You will keep on repeating that process. Okay. Actually, when we find out the matrix, the original, our motive is, if you have a look at the starting point is 1, and receiving ends are 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So if you have a look at first level, so this is first level over here. So you can reach from 1 to 2 by one length path. Okay. From because this is second level. Okay. So here you can reach from 1 to 3 by one level path and two level path. Okay. And similarly for 4, this is last level. So here you will be able to receive by one level path, two level path, and three level path. Okay. So as you keep on going far away from the node, uh, what you will get is you will get multiple level paths, right? Now let's have a look at the example. First of all, for calculating this matrix, what you need to do is you need to calculate all MRs. Okay. So what is MR? MR is initial matrix that is given to you. Then, so MR is the initial matrix, which means one level path is given to you already. Now you need to find out 2-level path, 3-level path, 4-level path. After you find out all the level paths, okay, 4 length, 2 length, 3 length, and 1 length paths, you will add all those metrics. Add means OR operation. So wherever in the matrix 0, 0 is there, 0 in the first matrix MR, and 0 in second matrix, 0 in the third matrix, and 0 in the fourth matrix, you will get 0. Otherwise, you will get 1. Okay. So you will calculate MR. So MR is given to you. Now you have to tell me what is MR2. Solve it and let me know what is MR2. What is this first element, 0 or 1? So for checking 1, 1, this is 1, comma 1, right? So you have to check all the paths with 1, 1 and 1, 1, 1, 2 and 2, 1, and 1, 3 and 3, 1. So this is first row and first column. So this is first row and first column, right? So you have to first check whether if both of these are ones, you will add 1 over here. Okay. So 1 तो already था ही यहाँ पे, so you will write 1. जहाँ जहाँ पे 1 है वहाँ तो आप 1 लिख ही सकते हो, है ना? ठीक है. अब नेक्स्ट के लिए बताओ यहाँ पे क्या आएगा. यहाँ पे 0 और 1. कौन सी रो और कौन सी कॉलम देखेंगे 1, 2 में? फर्स्ट रो और सेकंड कॉलम. ओके. ठीक है. तो फर्स्ट रो और सेकंड कॉलम देख लो. अब बताओ क्या आएगा. ये वाला है सेकंड कॉलम. ठीक है. तो 0 एंड 1 फर्स्ट एलिमेंट कंपेयर किया तो दोनों में 1 नहीं है तो 0 ही रहेगा. ठीक है. सेकेंड एलिमेंट कंपेयर किया 0 एंड 1 दोनों में 1 नहीं है तो 0 ही आ जाएगा. थर्ड एलिमेंट कंपेयर किया यहाँ पे भी 1 है और यहाँ पे भी 1 है. ठीक है. तो पाथ एग्जिस्ट, तो इसीलिए हम यहाँ पे क्या लिख देंगे. ये समझ नहीं आया. ओके. ये तो ठीक है. ये वाला एलिमेंट कैलकुलेट करने के लिए 1 1 1 2 1 2 2 2 और 1 3 3 2 हमें वैल्यूज चेक करने हैं, है ना. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड वाला क्या है, फर्स्ट रो है, और राइट हैंड साइड वाला क्या है, सेकंड कॉलम है ना. ठीक है. तो अब हमें ये कंपेयर करना है. अब हमें आप 1 3 और 3 2 की वैल्यू बताओ क्या है. 1 3 की वैल्यू इज 1 है और 3 2 की वैल्यू 1 है. अच्छा, इससे ऊपर बताओ 1 2 की वैल्यू क्या है, 0 है, और 2 2 की वैल्यू 1 है. ओके. नेक्स्ट 1 1 और 1 2 की बताओ. 1 एंड 0. तो अब यहाँ पे देखो 1 0 है तो 0 रहेगा. पहला पाथ है, सेकंड पाथ नहीं है. आगे जाने के लिए उसे पाथ नहीं मिल रहा. 1 से 1 तो मिल रहा है, 1 से 2 जाने के लिए पाथ नहीं मिल रहा. यही मतलब है ना इसका. 1 2 2 2 में 0 1 है, दैट मीन्स 1 से 2 जाने के लिए पाथ नहीं मिल रहा, बट 2 से 2 जाने के लिए मिल रहा है. ठीक है. थर्ड वाला में क्या कह रहा है, 1 से 3 जाने के लिए मिल रहा है और 3 से 2 जाने के लिए मिल रहा है ना, दोनों पाथ मिल रहे हैं, तो यानी 2 लेंथ पाथ एग्जिस्ट करता है, यानी कि यहाँ पे क्या आ जाएगा 1। ठीक है, जहां पे भी आपको दोनों 1 मिल जाए तो यहाँ पे आ जाएगा 1। ठीक है, यस, हर पेयर को चेक करना है। ठीक, जहाँ पे दोनों में 1 आ जाए वहां 1 होगा, अगर एक 1 है या दोनों 0 हैं तो नहीं होगा। जहाँ पे भी दोनों 1 मिल जाएंगे आपको वहां 1 होगा। ठीक है, 0। ठीक है, क्लियर है। इसी तरह से आप आगे का निकाल लोगे। ये MR2 है। ठीक है, MR3 के लिए MR2 को और MR0 को चेक करना है। ठीक है, ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट्स क्लियर है ना ये?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, आई जस्ट नोट डाउन योर अटेंडेंस एंड दैट वुड बी ऑल फॉर टुडे। और किसी क्वेश्चन में कोई डाउट हो ट्रांजिटिव क्लोजर के अलावा तो बताओ, विल डिस्कस दैट ऑल्सो। Write down your attendance in the chat box. I'll mark it later on. What's your enrollment number? आप मेल कर देना, ठीक है, आज की अटेंडेंस का। एंड इन्फॉर्म अबाउट द ट्यूटोरियल अनाउंसमेंट। ठीक है, सबको बता देना। सो आई एम एंडिंग दिस मीटिंग। और किसी को कोई डाउट है, कुछ पूछना है?